Good morning. I hope you're doing okay. Good afternoon or good evening, depending on when you're watching. Depending on when you're watching this broadcast. I hope you're doing well. Aban, Aban, you need to wake up. You're at school. Wake up. Hmm? Aban, you need to wake up. You need to do what? Good morning, good morning, good morning. Akafananyi. Akafananyi okalabye. Those are the things that you women make men do. My God. Yeah, I've seen like 3 people that I know do that thing. Good morning, Abdul Karim. Good morning, Cornelius. Hey, good morning, Bashir. I hope you guys are doing well. Akafana nyokalabye Emma. Otegenze naye Martha Jabbi kozesebyo. Those are the things that apparently men never decide to do, by the way. That picture. You as a man, would you ever decide to pose for such a picture? Definitely not. But do you realize that all women would want to have a picture like that with their men when they are pregnant? They make sure they disgrace me. There is a time my wife wanted me to pose for a picture like that when she was pregnant. Almost like that, not a naked one. You haven't seen that picture of a naked man kneeling?
I did, but you embarrassed people now.
No, that picture is bad. How do you make your man do that? Such
naked,
a picture?
That woman is evil.
But even you wanted such a picture, almost
no,
like that.
I didn't get to that level.
What level did you stop?
You were to have your clothes.
Those are the things that women make men do. No man would want to you know, women have actually made women get matching outfits.
Abba, wake up, let's go.
That's another thing that's
Bye.
Bye. I thought you went live yesterday at night. I got no, I did.
So you have snack.
I think you got a notification because I was scheduling this live broadcast. Ndabisa. Omukazi yali ayagala binkozesa ebyo. Nagaana. Timagwazi manigukaluba ningana. Nagamba balala nga abikola ne mbagamba bibiri abasajja tebategeera butegeezi. Omusajja omukulu otandika otya okupozinga n'omukazi ow'olubuto ng'olukutteko bw'oti mbuki. You're even going to put that picture in your sitting room. Like, okay, kids, Aban, this was when your mother was pregnant for you, and then we went to a studio, Oba, when we called a photographer, and then we posed when I was holding the stomach like this. Very idiotic. That man there in that picture did not choose to do it. He did not. And I think no man would actually. How many men here would choose to pose for such a picture? Instagram moment. Watch. Men are losing their masculinity. Instead of posing for such a picture, go look for money. I think women are emasculating us, like taking away our masculinity. You get good morning, Jackie. Akafana nyokalabye mzee. Yeka unotuka wao. Achi baby chiga baby. Ndi lubuto janu tugenda mu studio tupozinge. Jamwe sat. Jam blouse nayo no jamwe sat. Yena afuna akantu nabikano ku mabere. No posing anode mabika poti no kwata poti ku lubuto. Stupid. The reason why we respected the old men, our grandfathers and fathers, was because there are things they did not do. They did the things that men do. They went to work, bought food, took us to school. Of course, you can't accept that. I can't accept that also. Huh? It's impossible. And I think the chicks basically do these things. Waliwo ekinnya kati ndabye akantu ako ne ngamba waliwo akuba ekikono yabatereddewo ekinnya muleme kupa lukumi ne buli 10 waliwo yagwamu nga balaba. I can't do that nonsense in the photo you posted. Lukumi. People are running insane because of social media. Olabe ekituli bwe kiri mu kiziba wakanize munkomeza wano naye n'oli ayagala. Kyala w'obundazi yazze kukola ssente baaba. Mmotoka zipakinga eno emabega kati emabega wange waliyo fielda 210 naye ayagala bundazi. Emabega wa fielda waliyo wish naye ayagala bundazi. I'd rather go to church than doing this. Exactly. Martha emphasizes the likes. Good morning, George Senkubuge. Good morning, Blair. Good morning, Abby. Nay, Arthur, you know why people kill themselves when they are being dumped? Yeah, basically because they do such stupid things. Kati omusajja tuyinza kukola ebyo n'oteetuganga omukazi yankoze ebyekisiru bwe biti. Omukazi yakozesa ebyekigwagwa. Ne bagaize nze nayiga emmoroka kale n'ekinnya si kyamaanyi mukisuulemu oguyinja ogunene. Bw'okisuulamu oguyinja ogunene ng'ekisinga kiri wansi bantu baba bayitawo. Gwe naawe oba wayigirawo emmoroka bannayuganda betaaga tuteeketeetewo etteeka erikwata abantu okukubakuba eŋŋombe. Why you hooting? Senga obadde ovuga emmoroka ng'erimu ku magezi. Ovuga Primold model okubira omuntu avuga Corolla 2 eŋŋombe. Ovuga 1997 model okubira omuntu avuga 2001 model eŋŋombe. You have to know our levels. Yoanze sikubira muntu wa Range Rover ngombe mulinda n'agenda. I'm here to learn today. Gwe Martha togezaako n'okozesa ebyo ebintu musimanya come pose when I'm pregnant. That picture, I saw it and I said, how is this man going to look at his kids and say, you need to be strong, you need to, like, you knelt down naked, touched a woman's stomach. It doesn't matter whether it was my mother. How are you going to tell me to be strong? How are you going to tell me to fight back when I'm being beaten? A man that kneels down to touch a stomach has no right to tell anyone what to do. Like your employees see this picture on social media because by the time I got this picture, nachije ku page ya James Onen. This guy, fat boy, he has an online radio called RX FM. I don't know if you've listened to it. It's a very nice radio. Yavakusanyu FM, when they cut his money in the lockdown, he refused to stay working, so he went and founded his own radio. And they were still talking about the same picture yesterday. You get, so I'm not the first person to share it. But ata na yenga laavu ya mafe numanyi wala nkole ncha naye mumiemu. I remember a time we were going for Maurice Chia's concert at Serena in 2017. My woman had prepared matching outfits for us, a shirt for me and a dress for her. Nabigana ebyo nabigana. And by the way, JK, me have noticed the pattern. I don't know if it's common. I over to do la sebo. Attend Dudechi. What we ended the I had tried to refuse, but I could see her mood being crushed because she had planned it for weeks. I succumbed since what is something simple. Emma bw'oba toli ku bwangu abakazi beesonyiwe. Jeke, me I refused matching outfits. I refused. I will not. I can't accept that. Mchara wange yabivaako. She can buy me clothes, but she can't buy me matching. Mbufena twambale purple. Okay, fena twambale green. She puts on a green dress and I put on a green shirt. I can't accept that. Teddy, Cornelius, no matching outfits. It doesn't sit properly with me. It's a woman trying to take over my. Nze mwenyini n'ebitengi byennyini bipisa bubi bwe mbyambala. Tulete mtu ambale ekitengi oba twambale matching jumper. I'm his. Yeah? I'm his. Those things. I will not do those things. But I told her not to do matching outfits for me. I wore the shirt once and told her to give it away. Mr. Emma, that funny feeling you feel, which you call love, is just hunger. Eat food, you'll be okay. Georgie, you're discouraging Emma from being in love. There is something I saw. It was a woman who posted, and this woman was saying that every time she was about to call someone, to make sure she wasn't calling the wrong person, she would masturbate. And after masturbating, if she still wanted to call that person, then she knew she wasn't going to make a mistake. But sometimes it's just that thing. So George might be true. It was only a shirt. I had my jeans on. Era basajja batatu sati zokka. Nze nagana. Era ne bwabireta nze mudu ne bwekyuka nga tubivaako. Yagwe JK, you are in love. Too deep love. Muleka mwali mundu kone kajuju. Nze love yange tetuuka waawo. Mudu yo bwekyuka nga nayange ekyuka. Ng'otuula eri nga ntuula eri. Ng'otuula eri ne matching outfits zo nga nyambala t-shirt yange nga ntuula eno. Bokakana n'omanya nti nange nyina byenjagala ng'okomawo nga tunyumya. You can do anything at the time. Now you break up with her, then you start regretting what she made you do. I know. Me, I've grown into an individual. I love my woman, and we have memories together. But those memories are not imprinted in matching outfits. Our memories are too genuine. Everyone chooses what they want to do. Of course, her not so much because I'm the man. But everyone in a way chooses what they want to do in this relationship. And no one is forced to do anything. Apart from the things that benefit us both, like savings, like which house to construct, where to buy land, which car to have, you get why we should be having that car. Such decisions are very important. And because those decisions are very important, those decisions, once we find out that okay, this is the math that makes sense, then whichever person tries to disagree with that, their decision is not considered, and that's okay. You love with your head. Yeah, you were considering her feelings, which is also human. Emma is saying that the food cannot take away the feeling that he has for Martha. Mr. Emma, you can still have Martha and you remain incomplete. Happiness comes from within. By the way, comes from within. That's one thing recently I was watching something and they were saying that if you cannot be happy with porridge, you will not be happy with champagne. Champagne will not make you happy. You just have a feeling that champagne will make you happy because you don't have access to champagne at the moment. But the moment you have access to champagne, then you will long for something bigger than champagne. In a way, it makes sense that you see the way I used to want the Mercedes-Benz. I would in a way feel like if I have a Mercedes-Benz, then I'll definitely be happy. I'll be happier than I am now. And then all of a sudden, the crown came into the space. And then it felt like, okay, if I get the crown, maybe then it'll be the epitome of luxury. And then along the way, I lost interest in the crown. So and the day I helped that person buy the crown, we sat in the crown and it felt like it was too comfortable. And then when I came back to my Corolla, I felt like, okay, even my Corolla is okay, it's comfortable enough. Like, okay, apart from the fact that the crown seats are too luxurious, like it has space, it has AC that is automatic and all that. What big thing do I actually get from the crown? Extra fuel consumption and all. And then I started thinking, okay, I mean, you got to be happy with what you have, right? Yeah. So George, your theory is also true that, well, if you can't be happy with taking porridge, the chance that you won't be happy taking cornflakes on Tegeda. This is one of the beautiful churches we have in Kampala. It's really nice. Good morning, Joseph Bari Kudembe. You see, the car in front of us is a Nissan Dualis. You see, I've been watching a number of documentaries. I've been reading a lot. I actually read a lot. It's just that my brain is addicted to holding on to only the things that are important. So sometimes I read stuff and I forget about it because it's not important. Anyway, but I've been reading a lot about cars, and I realized that let me just go through our comments first. Nay Arthur, I can see you do not deal with Kajanja Love. I don't. I've seen where Kajanja Love has put many people. So I don't. In 2018, my woman started building a 3-bedroom house for her mom, and she showed me the plan at all. I didn't contribute a penny and she completed it. Yay! You should let them carry their crosses. You did well. You represented us. You represented us, the real men of Uganda. Her mother is not your responsibility. Besides, her mother is not even her responsibility. Her mother should be her own responsibility. Like me, I'm not Aban's responsibility. Aban takes care of himself because I should be able to take care of myself. I should be able to take care of myself. So gwe nawe wapatro badde muleni obeera muleni eri fena tubadde muleni ali mweli leni nange ndi mweno leni kate yankubira otugombe. Jeke, you did well. Abakati omukazi wabazimbira bazadde b'ennyumba abazimbire bo baali bakola maka tegazza magoba. Of course, we cannot judge people whose story we don't know, but right now I know so many young people that say enyumba tezza magoba sijja gizimba akanjira mpangisa n'agula amamotoka n'agamalayo mu showroom nga buli mwaka avuga nda. Then when time comes aina tasobodde kuzimba nyumba kuzimba gimaliriza atandika okumenya abaana be. And I'm that brutal. By the way, I'm brutally honest even to my own grandmother. Nze ebintu mbyogeranga bwe biri okitegeera. I say things because she also used to say things the way as plainly as that. So you guys don't think njogera yange ndi bubi. This is what I believe in, and the sooner we start knowing the truth, the sooner we will work for ourselves. Tuleme kumenya ate baana baffe. Nze ntaka atanna kuwasa nga sikuyinaamu omwana ambaako wenkoma ne bw'oba mulinamu omwana To see me Cornelius, hey JK, you are a hard guy. Is that woman still with you? Arthur, is it okay to be changing the choice of a car I want? I started with the Fielder, then Primo, then Wish. Kati, I don't. It's okay, George. A car is a piece of equipment. A car is a piece of equipment. If the equipment doesn't serve your purpose, you buy another equipment. That's how it should be. I don't even feel guilty. You can start wanting the Chibina, then you want the Raum, then you want the Fielder, then you want the Impreza. As long as the car you want now serves your purpose better than the one you wanted before, you should not feel guilty at all. And besides, it's your money. You're going to be spending the money. Just make sure you have enough money to buy the car you want now. You don't be having money for Chipina and then you want an Impreza. But she works and makes some money, but I still give her upkeep and put a roof over her head. That's enough. JK, I can't fail to contribute if I really love her. Because where and how to show your love, affection, protection, provision. You can't help out where necessary. Emma. Ndabalwaki abantu betuga. Me, I've set boundaries, clear boundaries. Okay, I've set clear boundaries. One reason why I decided to have only 2 kids is because I want to have a number of kids that I can ably afford, while also being able to take care of my other needs and luxuries, because a man needs some form of luxury. And I don't want to grow up in the end and be a burden to my kids, because trust me, people will not accept, because, well, the Bible says you should look after your parents and all. But when a parent fails to actually build a future for themselves, then they become a burden to their kids, because then the kids have to take care of something, that the parents should have taken care of. This is the Nissan X-Trail. If you can avoid it, avoid it. Awesome teaching, sir. Thank you. Arthur, her mother isn't my responsibility. Exactly. Let her save off Kameza money and help her mother. Let's not forget parents of those days gave birth to children and educated them as a sort of insurance for their old age, which was very poor planning. Cornelius, have my own mother to help, and even my siblings. JK, since she works and you provide for her, then it's okay if we don't help out. Arthur, mean your grandmother who refused to give you 20k and in the evening she put sand aside. I wouldn't say she refused. She had a plan. Me, I don't see it that way. Of course, when I was young, I felt like she refused. But as you grow up, you realize that people have their own plans. People have their own plans. Now, yeah. Your question, Bashir, nga sinajiraba. Kanzile yo njinonye. Bashir, nga siraba question. Arthur, abantu ki bokakasa abasinga okumanya okuvuga emmotoka ku luguudo? Of course, men. But there are some women that know cars. I find that women, even when a woman knows how to drive, her confidence is hurt by men that hurl insults at her. Yeah, Arthur. Give the Nayede Romukubye nnyo. Emma akakasa Martha indirectly showing that he can go as far as building Martha's mom. JK, nekakuba mtu nawe sirika. Some things you keep quiet. JK. Olaba n'aba taxi badduke mulage mulago waleka wavundu nje nakuzinunga kajjamu kawera. Nange naddukayo. Martha, you don't have to worry. Emma is a provider. He's not like JK. Good morning, Council Patrick Kasiku. Council Party Kasiku is our lawyer there in the East, Jinja, Mbale, Smanya, Tororo. Don't be stuck with some things that are disturbing you. Arena your lawyer wafe. Ne jeke wananga. Oroza tobi ononye munake. Nange ndawa jeka agara kono na bintu. Arthur, ne Alteza bolo joint nga mark to brand. Not so commonly, I think I'll watch you some cocoa system. But I also realize that Alteza guys, they don't drive those cars long enough for them to get ball joint issues. But omera nyo. Washtegeda. Kati umwana wa Alteza uli watu omera bwati. Nga ball joint nazoba zichusa. That's my interpretation. Because majority of the Altezas, chizibu nyo kusanga Alteza itatomera ngako. Ate mumwake inzo tomere mirundi inge esatu. Kati wetomere mirundi esatu nga bulu wetomera system yo maso bajichusa. Ball joint zina kutuka yodu. Which is not the Mark 2s, eh? I think that's the difference. The same Bible says that a righteous man leaves his children and his children's children inheritance. Exactly. Akombadde sikalabanga akobanguddeko kati. Ngenda banyina verse mu Bible kati. Verse cheyo jeke, which verse? Arthur, thanks for taking care of your staff members and encouraging everyone to be a good boss. Amina. Jeke, I've also seen that. Emma just wants to convince me. Banange George, you people. Every you keep quiet. Well, my love, you will never. For you. Abdurrahim Kasita, how is Dubai? After today, I didn't understand the YouTube picture. The YouTube picture, akafana nyako, we were talking about the stupid things that women make men do. Ate Emma jala kati na yaja kole bifana nyebyo ngo mukwano ina mungi nnyo Emma wakube ekifana nyigwenga yakuba akafana nyibwe katyo too much jam in Busega tunatete. Michael is warning you guys, if you're using Busega and you have an alternative route, you go elsewhere. There is a lot of jam. Bananga, you guys like the Proverbs 13:22. Mbaina, jeka kompadeka verse. Kompadeka verse kati nzidemo kulira omuntu nga agamba temulabirira bazadde bamwe. Njamubuuza inheritance bo bazadde gye baatiri. Uganda bwobanga ovuga emmotoka oyina okumanya did wosala n'osala nodda mu leeni endala. That's like a skill that not so many people have. That skill is for us that learned to drive in taxis and taxi drivers. Tumanya okusala line nojingira at an opportune moment. Not abona. Mornings, Mavo Gadgets. Random thoughts. What's on your mind, by the way? You guys can also tell us what's on your mind. For me, I saw that picture yesterday and I thought, my God. By the way, today I've been since yesterday I was also reading about Subaru and Mitsubishi, because well, Subaru is very reliable. Mitsubishi not so much, because the Pajero IO comes from there. Then the Pajero GDIs of the world. Then the Mitsubishi RVR, the Mitsubishi Outlander. All those cars have a lot of their own problems. So I was trying to figure out how is Subaru as reliable as it is, and why is Mitsubishi not as reliable. And so I came to the conclusion that Subaru is reliable because it has been partnering with the right people. Subaru, first of all, of course, Chrysler had the first partnership with Subaru, where it had 20%. And it's the same 20% that Chrysler sold to Toyota later on in life. But then Mitsubishi has been partnering with, I think Chrysler is the one that was Mitsubishi. But anyway, I realized that Mitsubishi has been partnering with the wrong partners over the years. You know, when you continue partnering with the right people, you learn the right things, you start doing the right things. That's what has happened with Subaru. You get. And if you didn't know, Subaru now has performance vehicles, but it started producing the tukutukus. Good morning, Ojambo. Good morning, Agaba. Arthur, why is it that women want a man who has money, but when a man says I'm searching for a woman who has money, they say to Musajja Mubbi? Isn't that manipulation? Yeah, that's manipulation. Totally manipulation. But also I want you to understand, George, that that's how rules have been made since time immemorial. A man is supposed to provide, and because a man was made to provide, it means a man is supposed to have more than the woman. And in the current times, even if you had more land, it doesn't mean much to women. So are you going to give me land to dig? So it means you having more money. You need to have more money than your woman. So it totally makes sense that a man should find ways of making more money than their woman. I make more money than my woman, definitely. She makes money, but I make more money than her, and I try as much as possible to always beat her at making money, because especially if you're a man that has some ego, it hurts you from deep within. It hurts you. So as a man, you need to try as much as possible. Of course, you can get a woman that has more money than you, but take it as a challenge. Make sure you're going to make more money than her. Make sure you're going to make more money than her, because that's also one reason that why your woman is going to stay. Build her a house that she would not be able to build with her only her money. If you buy her a car that she would not be able to buy with her own money. That's what makes us men. If you're to buy her a phone that she would not be able to buy with her own money. I mean, Semalala, that's what makes us men. And that's what makes you memorable in her life. That's what I've always believed in. It's something that takes time to sit. No gamba bana engali abantu abakazi abayina sente lwaki fe tisibe tufuna. But if you get a woman and she's going to continue making more money than you, sooner or later something bad is going to happen between the two of you, and you don't want that to be happening. So if you get a woman that has a lot of money, try as much as possible to make sure that you make more money than her in the next 1 or 2 years. Use that as a stepping stone. Of course, don't panic, because if you panic, you'll make mistakes. Go slow, but lay strategies to make more money than your woman. Because we as men, we are examples to our kids, women or men. If you give birth to boys, you have a lot of influence on your kids. So you don't want your boys to grow up seeing their mother having more money than their father. That's a very bad thing. So as a man, you have to keep struggling. Of course, my pastor told me back in 2012 that there are levels of spending on a girlfriend and wife. He told me not to spend on a girlfriend if I'm spending as if I'm spending on a wife. Yeah. I drive a new AE, but in Kampala it's a different experience. Hey, in Kampala it's like you're back in driving school, but over in Dubai. For driving in Kampala should be included on the CV. That okay, I also know how to drive in Kampala. Have you ever been to Kampala? Well, I drive there every day. I drive. Katinze ata mvuze emyaka ebiri miramba mu Kampala ono sikurubulangako, sitomerangako. By that. Even before that, I was driving because I've always had my customer office in Kampala. So I've always driven to Kampala like daily. I've been driving to Kampala since 2010 when I bought my first car. Because I bought my first car when I was at campus. My Chibina UFB 155J manual. Hey. Then I bought a Calendina 4-wheel drive. I was driving to Kampala since way back. And I've not had a major accident or Morocco government Henry with Nyash. A woman is supposed to be a companion, not a drainer. Not a drainer, but of course that's why you're supposed to make a lot of money, JK. Kati omukazi huyo ogenda mtu anakusama holiday Denmark. Kati akudraininga. You have the kamane. Ngalashito mtu anakusama holiday. And that's one reason why me, I am not having more kids because there are parents that are going to die nga tebalinnye ku nnyonyi. Lwaki? Kuzaala abaana bangi, sente zeyalirinnyemu ennyonyi abaana bazirya. Abaana balinga gundi, abaana balinga super custom. Ewuuta amafuta yo bw'oba toyagala ewuute togivuga, naye ng'ate abaana unlike the super custom, omwana olumuzaala oba tokyayiza mu parkinga n'abaana bemusobola, otherwise temujja kgenda kusama holiday nga Jeke bwakola ne mukazi we. Arthur, Toyota Platinums yeriwo eyo, oba you're talking about the Toyota Platts? Because the Toyota Platts is the Vitz with the boot. That's the only difference. Abasajja taxi bali muziko atandoza misolo. The Toyota Platts is the Vitz with the boot. The Toyota Platts is the Vitz with the boot. Apart from that, there is no other difference. Apart from that, there is no other difference. I have so many people asking that question again, even on TikTok. Yeah. So Arthur, you mean if Madam at one point started earning more than you, go muchawa si muchawa, I just make more money. That's what men are supposed to do. You make more money. If your woman makes money, it should challenge you, not make you feel bad. It should challenge you then. Or inakuruana kufanya zisinga zize. Tomuchawa. So Martha Watworth nepimemu. Kamatha no kaina net worth ako mukalaba. Kaina muko kutoke. Mukaina mukutoke. Kamatha kaina mukutoke. Bozinga kaina yo boyfriend in Uganda azirya ne kaina mukutoke. Mukaveka kachara ako. But I also find that net worth is not a very accurate way of measuring someone's wealth. Why? Like Musk is the richest man, I think, and he has most of his net worth is virtual. And he has 10 million. He has $10 million. But he doesn't have that money, not even in land. $10 million is in how much his company is worth. Which I see not accurate at all. Mr. Maximian Genda and Polo Jakufuno Buzibu. Hey, Maximian, Martha is enchanted waters for only Emma. Nange nyina nayogera kwa no kumatha Jeke na ngambo yagala kwata Emma muliso sibwe nali ne Arthur, we need more ladies here kuba Martha agenda tandika okuseera. Demand is huge. Ante abakazi abasinga kati bebase. Martha muyiribi, Martha mupambanyi. But we have some ladies here though, but they are not regulars. Martha is a regular. Sometimes we have like 4 ladies, but they and we may have actually some online now, but they just don't comment. So if you're a lady out there, bako chotugamba, don't worry if it's normally your privacy that you're worried about. No one can actually find you. No one can find your contacts via here. They can click on your profile, but they can never find who you are. So if you're a lady out there, comment to make these gentlemen feel like, okay, this is not a gentleman only committee. I mean only community. So abachara we bali waliwo Hanifa, waliwo banaye Hanifa mwezijukire nnyo. Because yesterday we had like 4 ladies ababadde ku broadcast. Hello bro, good morning. It's my first time to have you on live, but I'm always following. Amina, peace Joseph. Thank you. Arthur, because women are claiming women emancipation, let them reciprocate by providing for men too. Which is okay. If your woman wants to buy you something, it's okay. Let her do. But it should be that at the end of the month, when you calculate how much money you've spent, because I know kubanga rese 20% or rese 80, that's what makes us men. We provide, and it's I'm saying it with pride. As a man that has a woman that actually makes her money, but her money cannot match mine. Do. That's what men should do. You should be men are worker bees. You should go out there and hustle. Kitegeera nja wange namuwaddeyo akakadde nga tasobola nakogera ku kubanga yakuwadde akadde wabadde na 15 nga akakadde kine bwayagala kamuddiza okamuddiza essaawa eyo. You get it? Mwangwe baba. Kitegeera. So I find that as men, our biggest struggle should be to make a lot of money. Chovola babakazi bagamba give me money. Give me money. Kitegeera. Your woman should not be providing for you. I find that your woman can contribute to both of your lives, but not you in particular. I tell you, that should happen when you guys are actually married. You need to kubanga mucha dating and not go ukawusha omukazi bakita kukawusha no kewusha omukazi nedda boy girlfriend mumuleke abenye no tusente tu no muwasa usobora okukewusha teri ajja kukunyiga. You guys, it's already holiday. Is it? Did schools break off in Uganda for the guys that are in Uganda? Ndabyaga secondary wali gajira naye. Okay. Let's see. Ata talk about platinums njogedde platinums plats njogeddeko plats. The plats is the vits with the boot. Ata okay. Where do I press the like to like the broadcast? I have no idea because I've not watched any broadcast before, but someone show him. Mr. Mukisa, the right words are move slowly. Again, Toyota has a partnership with Daihatsu, but are those cars good like the Terios? No. Probably they are improving, but I find that the worst partnership Toyota has ever done is the one with Daihatsu, because that partnership with Daihatsu, but of course the Rush might be good because the Rush has a VVTi engine. Some of the worst cars that Toyota has had have always been Daihatsus. The Toyota Duet is a Daihatsu. The Kayonges that gave us trouble is a Daihatsu. The Terios is a Daihatsu. The one that looks like a Terios, it's also a Daihatsu. Some of the worst cars produced by Toyota have been produced under the partnership with Toyota, with Daihatsu. So I have no idea why they even went into that partnership. It's one of the worst. But I also believe that Subaru has good cars because of their partnership with Toyota. You know, when you have good partners, but me, you can never take me away from partnerships. I try as much as I always seek out partnerships. They can be partial, like I have a partnership with you that is going to last a month, but then I have that partnership. That partnership will last a month, but it will be there. Everyone will know that we have a partnership with this one, and our agreement will be clear. And then after 1 month, if it works out, then we can renew the partnership. And then this is where Council Asiku, this is where the partnership you are talking about works. Like it's not really us coming into and creating a company. It's me after partnering with let's say Patrick to achieve something. And when it's achieved, then we decide if we want to do more or we want to stop there. So those are the kinds of partnerships that I build with people. And I think Subaru has particularly gained in those partnerships. On the other hand, you guys didn't know that Mitsubishi is a brainchild of Nissan, but I try to figure out why Nissan still produces better cars than Mitsubishi. You get, because Mitsubishi definitely has better designs, better comfort and all, but then Nissan has longer lasting vehicles. You get, that's something probably we need to figure out why over their engineering is lacking. I don't know, because just to go to this place when Nabagamba Wanowa. Of course, even Nissan cars are not that nice. Nissan is good with pickups, but these other small cars, man, Nissan Advance, the Nissan Notes, they are not all good cars. Go to this guy, Bagamba, Jeff, the wiring guy, Majority of cars there are Mitsubishi, but then Mitsubishi, then we have Ford, and then we have Nissan. Those are the majority of cars that are there. And then there are certain cars that poor engineering, definitely poor engineering. For a car to fail to move because the central lock died. I found a Ford in that area, in that place. Ngabagamba emoroka techatambula because a pesa central lock. You get it? Central lock. You know what central lock does? It locks the car with one button, and that never happens with Toyota. Like my central lock works now, but when I bought this car, the central lock did not work, but the car was still moving. Actually, when I bought this car, even the engine light, the oil light was not showing, but the car moves. The battery light doesn't show, but the car moves. I need to fix the battery light. But the car moves. You get what I'm saying? So there are so many things in those cars that are not nice. Like, why would the car refuse to move because the central lock button doesn't work as expected? You get it? It doesn't. Toyota has partnership. Okay, chitufu nti emotoka ino mupira mubutu tegwamo kubagana. No. Although I recommend Bashir that you take your spare tire out of the car. Me, I don't move with my spare tire. All I see is blessings, and no man can stop. Send them away, but he's still calling me. Okay, I think I see you already. Let us see. Okay, press the thumbs up button, George. We Benjamin B. We shall be here for just 3 days, not Denmark. Okay, the table you're shaking, boys. Ngabe betiga these corporate girls must sit. There is a level of respect you gain as a man when you have more money than your woman. It's not a level of respect, my gadgets. It's respect. It's respect. So as a man, your biggest struggle should be to have abundance. Nga your woman definitely respects you when you have money. Omukazi tasola omukazi ne bwaba kuwa ekitiibwa ekyenkana kitya kasita sente zo zikendera na akusingako bwati ne bwaba takiraze respect esalamuko. Like, okay, what are you doing as a man? Gwengokira kumacha ne webaka. You guys have seen this meme where a dog is lying down and it has trousers and they are saying this is how your woman sees you when you don't have money. It's totally true. That's how I see myself when I don't have money. That's why I struggle every day to try and find avenues of how I can make money. Which Elon Musk has a worth of billions of dollars. He once hit $200 billion mark, but that's not money they can access because they would crush the companies in which they own these stocks if they try to liquidate. Yeah. Hi Solomon Amuli. Banange mula babachala baba no bazze. Solomon is here. Kati Solomon mbadde bwe nkwera bidde. Obuzibito commenting anyunga Hanifa comments literally every time she's here. It's different here in Europe. Other women contribute about 40 or even 50-50. Yeah, no wonder divorce is also a lot. Those guys don't even have love. I mean, if a woman contributes 50% of their home, then definitely, it's not all the time, but the respect will go down. As a man, you need to have more money. That should be a struggle. But also in Europe, like the income streams are like capped. Almost everyone does the same jobs, they get the same money. Naye kati ffe wano waffe tulina emirimu egyaffe nga nze kati nyina emirimu gye nsobola okukola nga mukyala ntasobola gikola kati nga nsobola okuyiriba ne musingako ekitali Europe. In Europe, literally every job can be done by okujjako era emirimu abakazi gye batasobola gye giri egya wansi ennyo kusima tooyi bwegiti egy'amaanyi ate era nabyo bagisobola because now they use graders. So I find that that JK, the equality in Europe might have to do with the fact that women and men can do the same jobs, which take and they can get the same money. But here in Uganda, there are jobs I can do, there are risks I can take that my woman cannot take, or it looks queer for my woman to take because of the culture. I think the culture in a way still influences how we do things here. But wait, I thought in the end it's family income, so it's for my money, it's her money. No, you should not do it like that, Cornelius. Don't think about it like that. Don't think about a woman's money as your money. No. think about your money as the family money, because at the end of the day your kids inherit your money, your woman inherits your money. So as a man you need to stop thinking that her money is our money. Martha represents us well. Otherwise it will be too expensive to manage. Arthur, is it healthy to borrow money to your partner? Just give your partner money. If you can't give her money, be okay. Yeah, I don't lend my woman money. She doesn't lend me money. If she wants money, I give her. If I want money, she gives me. That's what we call partnerships. Because when you're in a relationship, you're in a partnership. Which again, kayinza kubanga yeetaaga million okubaako kyakola nga njiina ne sigimuwa. Because nkimanyi naye n'aba njeetaaga nange ajja kukola ki? Ajja kugimpa. That's, and I think that gives you that gives you people happiness. Okumanya nti okay, when I need her, she's there. When I need him, he's there. My money is family money, true, but I control. Definitely, as a man, you need to control the money, because you know how hard you work to get it, so you have to protect it, because this money is part of your legacy as a man. Your kids will live to say, our dad, our family, because when they talk about the family, they talk about the man. Family yange boogera kulinnya Kisenyi, kitegeera teboogera lya mukyala wange. So as a man, you need to make sure that your home, your family, you make the right decisions for that home. Of course, you have a helper in your wife. Arthur, what are your thoughts on having a joint account as a husband and wife? You can have it, no problem. Me, I have a joint account with my wife. I have it. But we also have different accounts that we all have access to. She can grab my ATM and do whatever she wants. I can take her ATM and do whatever I want. But then we have a joint account where we put money that we cannot access unless we both sign. I don't know if it makes sense. You get it? But on top of that, we have other saving schemes, like then the prudential I was telling you guys about that I put for my kids and all. We have a fluid home. We have nothing to hide. Like, I know her pins, she knows my pins, I know her passwords, she knows my password. So what is there to hide? Mazima, there is an opportunity. Sir, try your luck. Sister Solomon, you are welcome here. Please feel free to always interact, because Martha soon will be your in-law, since we are from the same clan. Talk about Primo 2008 is a very nice car. Highly priced. I find that it's overpriced, but it's a very good car. Of course, it shares spares with the Corolla, shares spares with majority of the Corollas share spares. You see how Subaru uses its spares with multiple cars, the same kind of spares. I think Toyota is also taking up the same thing. It's learning the same thing from Subaru. So I think if you can afford it, go ahead and buy. But just know one thing, that a Morocco Primo ababi bajagala nyo ne spare parts bazibba nnyo. So when you buy a Primo, first thing, put a tracker, which I sell, by the way. I have a tracking device at 350. I have a tracking device at 450. Now, both those trackers, you can see where your car has been, where it's going, what speed it's being driven at. You can see whether it's parking, you can see whether it's the idling. You can stop your car, turn off the engine using your mobile phone. So that's something that would I recommend. If you buy a Primo 2008, you put a tracking device, because that car is going to cost you about a little over 30 million. So you don't want to have 30 million and just leave it there. Ndaba wano omuntu yagula kano karakitisi yake kagula million nga 22 kali wantu kali mu tracking device olwokuba roza wala kuba ka push to start abaana abagezi ajja kujja agigule agitwale naye bwe mba mu tracking device ne bagitwala so oyina chance ekola ki ngoba the other thing you want to put in your car is an alarm. Why you want to put an alarm? Side mirror bazibba, amataala bagabba, ebipesa munda babibba ne dashboard lines ogitwala enamba. So you want to find ways of securing those things, and I sell both. I sell the car alarm, I sell the tracking device. For those who want to like the live, first close the comment section. You will see the like button. Thank you very much, Maximian. Adrian is saying, and when you find out that your wife is investing secretly aside, what should be done? She doesn't have to. She doesn't even need to invest secretly, because she has a right to invest. If my wife wants to invest money somewhere to make herself a little more rich, why not? Because one thing we need to learn is that we are different individuals, and there might come a time when you people have to separate. It might. I'm not saying it will, but it might. And when you separate, do you want to separate and leave your woman suffering? No. I definitely want to see my wife prospering. So what's the problem with her having somewhere she gets money? Okitegere, it wouldn't ate omukazi buli wabatabonaabona naawe takubonyaabonya mulaba bana abakazi ababonyaabonya abasajja n'amusiba simanya tampa buyambi baavu naku ye batawaanya. So yeah, I don't want to have a woman that is going to be on my case all the time. Omwana alwadde malaria mpereze 3, simanya mwana ayetaaga nga tompereze 5, simanya mwana okitegere. That's why it's okay for your woman to have her own money. JK, so madam has to first check before spending a bit of the family money. By this, of course, I do not mean huge expenses. Talk about Pro Box. If it's my first time to buy, but second hand, I do farming in Buga. You can buy a Pro Box. It's a very nice car. Has the same engine with my car. Very easy to maintain, by the way. But a second hand Pro Box, so you're going to get a Pro Box that has been poorly driven, and you may have trouble. It will not be as comfortable. Actually, don't buy a Pro Box, buy a Succeed. The Succeed is much more comfortable than the Pro Box. But still, all of them are badly driven by those guys. So if you can afford to raise like 35 million, just go to the bone and buy a new Pro Box or a new Succeed. It would be a better choice. Or instead of buying a Pro Box, find an alternative. Buy like a Vista, buy like a Wish. Which take it. You know, they said that the Pro Box is a workhorse, but I find it not to be, because the way these Pro Boxes are trashed, the way their engines blow, they are not really workhorses. Just buy yourself a Wish. It will be much more comfortable, and it will not be as trashed as a Pro Box. I don't know if I make sense. I give a man monthly upkeep, and how she spends it is a business. She doesn't have access to the rest. Each their own. They say never this taught a working system. Yeah. Morning Nathan. Morning Vincent. Ntumide ku basajja abayita abakazi mami. You are a broke man. Man. Beba bakube bifana nyinga bali bwerera asitudo olubuto bwati. Edwin was atokubye nnyo. Checho. I read the story of a woman who made more from her business after the man lost his job. After a while, she became hostile and commanding and would always remind him how her money was running the house. Okay, this is one thing I've realized why this happens. First of all, I'll tell you that majority of men don't marry the women that love them. Okitegeera, omusajja asobola okubeerawo n'afuna omukazi ng'omukazi amwagala, and he dumps that woman, finds a woman with nyash that doesn't love him. I've found that's totally true. We have been raised as men to want to get the best of the women, what we think is the best. Especially the external outlook, nyash, brown, simanya, because they are those things. And then women, for them, they follow the money. Who has the money? I don't know if it makes sense. They follow who has the money. For us, we were raised to follow the nyash, and then the women follow the what? Follow the money. So men have realized that majority of men, especially when they get some money, they want to marry the women that they want, not the women that love them. Kati nalekawo omukazi amwagala n'agenda nkiri ekirina nyash, naye nga tekirina ssente. Kati olumu n'akiyigiriza okukola n'akiwa capital nekikola. Kati bwe kifuna ssente, yate ebintu bwe byononeka kuba kyali tekimwagala in the beginning. Omusajja omwavu alina engeri gy'afaananamu obubi, ge mazima bw'oba mwavu. Era kibola bagamba nti bw'oba muntu ng'ola essebo, bw'oba musajja ng'olaba olabika bubikola ku ssente ojja kunyirira. Even the ugliest men start looking nice, start looking handsome when they have some money. You guys have seen. So all of a sudden when abasajja bano ssente bwe zibaggwako, do you know what that means? That means that now the woman has to provide. And then obubi bwe yali talaba luli atandika okubulaba kati ng'oyavuwadde. Okitegeera. And then kwe kutandika okukulangira. Jjukira wamuwasa takwagala. Ye yajja because you had the money. That's probably something for us to learn as men. Stop following the nyash. And men, we have this thing. Osobola ba n'omuntu ng'akwagala nga naawe omwagala, naye kugamba nga olina byolaba biwali badde oba nabyo. Kati nganze bwe nvuga kolola yange ekubagana, naye nga njagala emmotoka etakubagana, naye nga kolola yange eri reliable. Okitegeera, njisulawo ngende nnoonye characters ne kalyoka kabonyabonyazi. Anyway, that's a lesson for us to learn. Muwasa abakazi ababaagala. Okitegeera, towasa mukazi olw'okuba alina nyash. Okitegeera. I have lent my woman money before. As we speak, she owes 20 million. She had promised to pay 4 years ago. Tewamuwola you gave her. It's not a wise decision to lend your woman money. I obviously knew I was never getting it back. I was disillusioned. Yeah. Hi Salmin, long time. The time I left my woman my ATM card and came to Europe, and she used to buy new things for home every month until I cut her off. See it down. The money was there. It has spent. Good morning, Dennis. Good morning, Antonio. Dennis, kulika spasio. Bangambye. Kulika. Good morning, Funny Lifestyle. We were kuyiga motoka. Amina. Don't blame Nyash, blame the character. Jeki banango yagala Nyash. Nyash wasipas. Arthur vaku Nyash. Nyash njesonyiwe. Nyash njiveko. But Nyash should not make you make mistakes, guys. It should not make you make mistakes. But guy, basibula. My meeting, I think wali wanaenga ina wabuli dendo zatamanyi wendi. Ati namga ngenda wera mu motoka. I'll not be able to answer my phone call, but I'll be in the car. Buli obuntu bwangu wabazungu mbwera bidde. Bubunya kwa I can answer the phone calls while I'm on the broadcast na mbwera bidde. Sabi manyira. Arthur, God hid women's hearts. What criteria used to determine who love you and not? You can see cancel. Cancel me, I can tell you mukaza akwagala omulaba. I have a friend of mine. He's abadde ategeka kwanjula. Abadde ayagala nakwekuba. So he was telling me, Arthur, omukazi simutegeera, olumu omukubira ayagala, ola n'omukubira nga si byaliko. Kati simutegeera. Yes, Salmin Dennis ali ku Spasio muveeko. Level Spasio new model. Yali nye level. Nange, so my friend is telling me, omukazi olumu ayagala, olumu tayagala. Olumu yeguya, olumu teyeguya. And this is what I was telling him. You need to figure out why your woman is acting like that. Because if your woman is acting in a funny way, sometimes women act like that because they are pregnant. I've heard that even family planning methods make women act funny. And then he told me they recently started using family planning, some family planning method. I don't even remember which one that is. And someone was telling him that probably the family planning thing is making her act up. But then I find that an emotion that is true cannot be controlled by family planning. Of course, when my woman was pregnant with our second kid, she used to actually would wake me up in the night to worry about random stuff. Ngakuzukusa weba se kiro sawa musanvu na kuzukusa na atula bwati. Na yombere ebintu ebitaliimu. So the pregnancy that I would accept, maybe omukazi ali lubuto, it's possible. So I find that whatever, sometimes you see the red flags, Patrick. You see the red flags. Some of you guys, when you guys are in a relationship, 1 year into the relationship, and she sleeps with someone and you even get to know, and then you ignore it thinking wachali muto. Guys, that's one thing I know. And that's something that we should know as men. They are not wired like us men. Arthur can sleep with a woman he doesn't want, he doesn't love, and then he will come back to the woman he loves. But a woman, that will not happen. So there are red flags we see. Some of the things that are very unpleasant. You think and then you get married, what will happen? The red flags are there to be rubber. But then we ignore ngabasajja olowooza mbu omukazi on'omuwasa n'omukyusa. All the bad manners get worse. My woman knows that my bad manners are going to get worse. She knows all my bad manners. And I I'd keep asking her, okay, now will you be able to handle? And she would tell me, I'm going to be able to handle. So but okuba siibula no gaya alayuka ubongo tebukola bulungi namugambye ogenda kunkubira nga sikwata bunkubira nga sikwata jangu ku motoka yange nera tutegerera ku level yemu. And that's the thing I've seen with TikTok. Sometimes you explain something that is very simple, omuntu nakabuusa amaaso naleta commenting ya outrageous. I told this guy 3 times yesterday, ngamba ugenda kunkubira nga sikwata ndi mu motoka jangu ku motoka 3 times kati yakakuba emirundi 2 3. But what is the use of nyash in love? For touching. Name a woman that has no nyash in the simaki. era omukazi bwabeerawo nga talina nyashi ng'alina omusajja amugumidde ne buguba mwaka gumu, she has to worship him. Omukazi atalina nyashi tabeereka naye. I'm saying this because I can't even imagine myself. When I was still dating, there's the time I went home with a chick that had no nyash. We did nothing the entire night. She had no nyash. It's hard to believe, but it happened. It's real. It's a real life story. Good morning, Jerome. But it's okuwasa kugenda kunema because waliwo bye sisobola kukola. Ngachi ngoko ekifaananyi ekyo ng'okutte ku lubuto. I think nyash is useless. Nyash is not useless, my brother. It's like when they ask you if a car is to get you from point A to B, what is the use of shock absorbers? Definitely shock absorbers absorb shock. And sometimes it's useless, but even marrying someone without nyash is another issue. For me, I love money because it's money that keeps a woman happy in a home. Yeah, money is important. Even you, omusajja atalina sente osobola kuba musanyufu. N'abalogo bonna bonna betula abaluga lwa kuba baavu. Omuntu bafuna ku sente alekerawo okuloga. Alekerawo okulowooza nti bamuloga because of bamu nekka sente. Money is important. As I talk about Benz E-Class. The E-Class is like it's a class above the C. It's a good car, expensive to maintain, and it takes some car fuel. The Mercedes-Benz is enough to buy the brick. I like Mercedes-Benz. I actually think my heart is going back to Mercedes-Benz. Mercedes-Benz, it's no Mercedes. You know, brand. A brand is very important to people. That's why me, I don't joke with brands. Chuvara umuntu angamba ata kankuweleza sente nonyeze mmotoka nga sente tezigula imunga asigaza sente zo. A brand is one of the most important things. Mercedes-Benz has brand. You people, Crown is important, but Benz is important. I changed my mind. Mercedes-Benz mujireke. Crown is comfortable and all it does everything that the Benz can do, but the Benz ngenda good Benz. You people, let us leave the Mercedes-Benz alone. E-Class motoka nungi gula baba. That's why I opted for civil marriage. You did civil, nange ngenda kola civil marriage. You woman waking up in the middle of the night just to quarrel kills me. But she was pregnant. I understood later on that babies in the stomachs make women have moods. A friend wants to sell me a Pajero Junior CC7 togula. Kaleke mpozi ngokagula milioni 2. Kaleke edi Pajero Junior jireke. Wow, nkatege daka akatone nyako akalinga akatalina future. Kaleke. Fuel consumption, reliability, performance, ground clearance for E-Class. Of course, ground clearance is not good. Fuel performance is high. Reliability is okay. Just get a good mechanic. Mercedes-Benz E-Class ewa feri jembe that oboji vuga rwa Sunday okango uvuga mpola. That's why the Benz is supposed to be a third car for me. After you are making women and girls without nyash feel bad and inferior because there is nothing they can do without. They can. By the way, for the women that are here, if you don't have nyash, which I doubt, Ugandan women are gifted. Even a Ugandan woman that doesn't have nyash has nyash. So I think a woman that has no nyash, this is one thing you can do to get nyash. Do squats. Muzimanye squats. Do squats. Squats give women nyash and the natural nyash. You don't have to go to Fako. Do squats. Omukazi ali wano gatoina nyash. Kola squats, I'm telling you. The squats give women nyash, they give them hips. So katiboboli eyo gatoina nyash. Don't feel bad. Nyash is something that is very easy to get for women. So I'm not making them feel bad. No. Nyash is important. Real men eat fresh nyash. We did day. Have a fruitful day, guys, especially Martha. Maximian. Ogenda kwata Emma Muliso Arthur. The day your wife will sit down and watch your live streams to the end. Mukazi wanga achimanyi by the Access News. She knows by the way, I'm a very free person. Chobora nabagambe nze wemanjo gaya kubazadde ne jjajja wange ntula ne mugamba kino kibi kino kituufu. So the things I say here, I say them to my wife. So she's immune. She cannot get emotional about such things. Money is important, nyash is necessary. Important and necessary are the same thing almost. Nyash is like spices in food. Yes, you can still eat without spices if you want. But food without spices also. Na yenga lwaki obato ina nyash. Omukazi atalina nyash tayagalika. I know kubanga ina so many other things like obaka speaker of parliament ne batabanya nyash kuba ye speaker of parliament akasente kawera kwegamba oyo kizibu mukuba ne boba musajja mukozi otya oyinza obutasobola kusinga speaker of parliament sente okitegeera kati oyo yene batabana nyasha oguma naye robaako n'owanyasha ebbali akoli omusajja ow'okulyako ow'okukyalo okulyayo kyo sikitegedde Kapajero Junior nkyali mu Ipsam uncle Antonio Arthur, can you recommend an Escudo CRV? Any other opinions less than 7 million? Ipsam Chivina, but Escudo is a good car if you get the right mechanic. It's a good car if you get the right mechanic, but don't buy an old one, but also don't buy the newer models. The newer models are very expensive to keep on the road. A key can cost you 10 million, just that key. So try as much as you buy the middle versions. Even with the CRV, buy the middle versions there. Maximian, you're fascinating. By the way, Martha, and then after sitting in a crown again, you will change your choice. I sat in a crown and I changed. It's okay, by the way, Baguma, for a bad person to change their choices, but Mercedes-Benz is a brand. You're to Jason, you Mercedes-Benz is a brand. Yeah, Mercedes-Benz is a brand. But anyway, guys, thank you very much for being part of this broadcast. Don't forget, I do pre-purchase inspection. If you're going to buy a car and you don't want to make the wrong choice, I'll be your man. I'll help you make sure you make the right choice. I'll make sure you get the right offer, the right price, and the right car. Martha, Abdul Karim, Tusime Cornelius, Bashir Mukalazi, Mohaz Boy, Emma Kafero, Mohaz Boy, JK, Ajuka Blair, George Senkubuge, Derek Kanene, George Senkubuge, Balikudembe Joseph, Ikoni Raymond, Agaba Barry, Abdul Rahim Kasita, Luzinda Michael, Mavo Gadget Center, Cosma Agaba, Henry Ojambo, Mohaz Ngogedeko, Maximian, Peace Joseph, Council Patrick Asiku from the East, Solomon Namuli. Oh, nobody Mukamori, I don't take it for granted, by the way. Ganamanya Ngasama, because these are the guys that have actually written comments. Edwin Mugerwa, Kato Eremia, Tusime, Jonathan, Juko Nathan, Salmina, the farmer, Dennis pharmacist, Buyenza. But I want to know all professions. We have doctors, we have katono pharmacists, we have lawyer, we have engineer, mechanical engineer, takanika motoka, akona bidie ebintu byo osheni, Paul Senyonga, Jerome, Antonio, Brick, Vianney, Eddie Mokasa, a friend Oyowaka Gondi Karekeka Junior, Funny Lifestyle, Enan Stewart, Access News, Paul Senyonga, Pasco Joseph, Kasulani Peter. What's the importance of Nash? Dennis Buyinza, fuel consumption for Ipsam is not manageable for daily driving. I had to upgrade. Yeah. Jikulike mani wange, jikulike. Upgrade is very nice, eh? Second Sylvester, better late than never. Mina. Banange mwebale nnyo kubeerawo temwerabira nkola pre-purchase inspection. That's one way I keep these lights on. That's one way I make that money. Ompaye emitwalo anago kanizija ne makanika ntuguyambako kunoonya emmoroka. Trust me, emmoroka zonna zetuyambyeko abantu okugula ebeera wholesale price. Wholesale ogigula nga later bw'onooba oyagadde okutunda kasita totunda ng'opapa. Nabagamba abantu abatunda emmoroka layisa ebiseera ebisinga batunda abapapa. Totunda ng'opapa, tundira mirembe gyo ojja kutunda sente zisinga ze wagigula. Amina. May God be with you. I'll see you tomorrow. I want to make tomorrow about Subaru and Mitsubishi. See you then. Ciao. Mzee, wawonye?